With girlfriend 4 years, working full time with two jobs, still poor, plus graduated, plus looking to move in together. Girlfriend wants to buy, but I know markets will be better in the future. Wait or buy?
Well, you should download the Reventure app and see what is actually going on in the neighborhoods that you're interested in living in. I know a lot of states that saw dramatic price appreciation after the lockdowns, like Florida being one of them. Like some of the areas are down close to 15% for the year. So if you're thinking about buying real estate and in the last year it's gone down 9, 10%, and it's projected to continue going down, I would not recommend buying a house in a neighborhood where the values are declining. You want to wait until it gets to the bottom. So, but there are, if you live in an area like New Jersey or New York, or you really got to look at it by, neighborhood basis, and that's what you can do with the Reventure app. Because you'll have a neighborhood that's like middle class that's dropping like a rock, and then across the main road, you'll have a high-end, expensive neighborhood, million-dollar homes that the properties are still appreciating. Because people with money are still buying and selling houses. It's the average, middle to lower class properties that are dropping like a rock. So it really depends on your price point and your individual neighborhood where you want to live.
I want to first buy in a good area for ROI. Wouldn't waiting for a crash be best because higher house prices fall the most? Or are the best neighborhoods more value resistant?
Well, people with money tend to be always buying houses, but you got to take it on a neighborhood by neighborhood basis. Because like I was talking about a half hour ago, the last time somebody asked me this, a similar question, is that some areas you'll see really high-end homes that are selling and continuing to appreciate, and then the middle class neighborhood right next door, the property values are dropping. So the same thing happened back in 2005 and 6 that happened in 2020 to 2023, where I mean some of these neighborhoods doubled or even tripled in some cases in price. And so it was artificially inflated. And so any neighborhood where you had the property values skyrocket like that, they're all going back down now. So it's returning back to what the actual market level is. And with all of these people being deported and leaving voluntarily, it's supply and demand. You have less people trying to rent houses and buy houses than we used to have. So, like right now, there are 500,000 more sellers than there are buyers in the real estate market. And that's why property values are going down. More people are trying to sell than are trying to buy. It's supply and demand. And the only way for a seller to sell their house is to drop the price. If they really want to sell it quickly, they got to aggressively price it. And most sellers are just stuck on a price that in a market that doesn't exist anymore.